The subject and enjoyment. The process of recording and consuming things is quite complicated. It always starts with making recordings, which is part of the bigger process of making things in general. Imagine there is something like a person on the surface where recordings are made. This person is kind of odd and does not have a fixed identity. It moves around over a surface called the body without organs, but is always on the edge of the desiring machines. It is defined by how much of what is produced it takes for itself, and it gets rewards in the form of changes or new versions of itself, sort of like being born again each time it changes. There is something called the conjunctive synthesis, a step in the unconscious process. It is about making things to consume. This synthesis happens because of the clash between desiring machines and the body without organs. First, the machines were repelled, like in a machine that makes you paranoid. But then there is another machine where they are attracted. But this push and pull keeps going. To really fix this, a new machine is needed, one that is like the return of the repressed. There are steps that such a fix is possible. For example, Robert G., a skilled designer, seems to have teamed up with the machines, celebrating their victories. Freud also points to a turning point in Scriber's sickness when he accepts becoming more feminine and starts to heal himself, getting back to the idea that nature and making things are the same. Another interesting idea is the celibate machine found in the Kantian theory suggests that intensive quantities fill up space within matter, which reflects a schizoid perspective. Judge Scriber's idea is that attraction and repulsion create strong nervous states that fill up the body without organs in different ways. Imagine his bare chest marked by intense zones like bands of energy. This body without organs is like a map with lines and markers showing transitions and developments along specific paths. It is all about life experiences, not symbols. But why was the schizo linked to autism? W.R. Bion first talked about the importance of feeling, but he saw it more as a fantasy similar to thinking. Psychoanalysis often reduces people, even non schizophrenics, to those stuck in family dramas, always consuming mummy and daddy issues. The so it is synthesis, as explored in Nietzsche's work, focuses on connections, particularly within this Oedipal framework. Picture disjunctions on the body without organs, forming circles that lead to desiring machines. The subject, always like a residue alongside the machine, moves through these circles, changing states but never having a fixed identity. They are on the edge, not at the center. A more complicated path emerges where attraction and repulsion on the body without organs create different states in what is called the celibate machine. The subject is born from these states and keeps being reborn as they transition from one to the next. It is like they are constantly consuming and being reborn from these states. Klosowski showed how emotions like stimmung play a big role in shaping thoughts and perceptions. Attraction and repulsion create a series of intense states starting from zero intensity on the body without organs. The Nietzschean subject moves through these states, associating them with historical events. They spread themselves around a circle with the machine at the center. The subject, a residue of the machine, finds joy in everything it produces, surprising readers who thought Nietzsche was just a fragmented thinker. Nietzsche is not trying to build a system. He is applying a program using bits of his own discourse as tools for his performance. He is like a consumer of history, taking it all in at once, turning into a kind of history making human. From Holderlin to Nietzsche, the journey speeds up with each step a new piece